Penguin, Pain and Prejudice number 5, written by Greg Hurwitz, art by Zyman Kudransky. We left off last issue with a mechanical bird robot being sent by Cobblepot to terrorize this school, and Batman catches on to Penguin but can't prove it yet. Meanwhile, Penguin has an entire army of these mechanical robot drone things. Full disclosure, I completely blanked that this was 5 issues long. Like, this is the last issue. I got to the end, I was like, oh, we're done. I thought it was 6, but regardless, here we are. So, this issue picks up. Cassandra and Penguin are having dinner, and Cassandra is basically just letting out, like, hey, you seem really distracted about something, and if you're sick of me, I get it, but, like, I hope that's not the case. And she takes off her sunglasses, letting Penguin see her eyes, and Penguin's like, you're absolutely beautiful. I love the fact that you're different, that you have these imperfections. Don't ever think that I'm sick of you. And Cassandra reaches out wanting to touch Penguin's face, and he's like, no, not yet. Not yet. Soon. But he hands over the snow globe that he gave to his mother all those years ago. And basically he starts off being nice, but then he just rails. He's just like, I wanted to give you so much more. When they took that ring, they were laughing at us, or still laughing. And Cassandra's like, I'm just happy being here with just us. Like, we don't need these things. And Penguin just doesn't answer. He's just lost in thought. And Cassandra tries to get his attention, but he's like, yeah, I think I want to go play my game some more. So then we see all these hatches open up, and one by one these Penguin rockets just take to the skies. And Batman makes a call over to Gordon saying, like, hey, there's a threat coming from everywhere. And we see all over Gotham just these mechanical birds these normal birds following the rockets, flying through windows, terrorizing everybody. They appear to target kids, but, like, anybody who's caught in the path is getting terrorized here. And we see Penguin just sitting in his bedroom. Cassandra's on the bed behind him, and she's like, you can turn up the volume if you want. And he's like, no, I don't want to disturb you. So Batman calls up Gordon, and he's like, hey, I'm going to take it out. And he's like, what are you going to do, crash land all of them? He's like, no, I'm going to crash land the controller. So he goes to Penguin's base, blows open the wall to get in there, and Penguin's alarms, of course, go off. He's like, oh, son of a bitch. So he grabs Cassandra, and he tells her, like, we have to go. We have to hide. He's here. He's coming for us. And she's like, who? And he's like, him. And then it's just the whole scene of Cobblepot making his way deeper into his fortress, into his, like, safes and whatever, and Batman being just one step behind, taking out all of the guards and all the security measures and whatnot immediately after he, like, passes by him. And at one point he goes into a closet with Cassandra, but he's moving too quickly. She can't see, obviously, and she trips over something. And in her stumbling, she finally touches the Penguin's face and gets, like, a good feel of it. And she gasps, and Penguin stabs her. Like, he's just this look of rage on his face as she gasps. And he stabs her, and she mumbles something under her breath. And he's like, what? What are you saying about me? Go ahead, say it. And her dying words are, I was right, you are so handsome. And Penguin's just left sitting there. We see the birds are still terrorizing people because now Penguin has absolutely nothing to lose here. Batman comes up. He opens the final door. Penguin uses one of his rocket exploding gun umbrellas, whatever you want to call it. And Batman takes cover. Penguin moves a bit deeper. He tries to escape on a boat, but Batman gets him. Just straight up, Batman gets him. And during the fight, as they are swinging at each other, Penguin's thrown to the ground, and the snow globe that Cassandra still had with her falls and lands and crashes right next to Penguin's face. And that's pretty much it. Like, all the rockets deactivate, they all fall out of the sky, and we get one page here of him sitting in Blackgate Penitentiary. The guards are making fun of him for all the crap that he's been put through over these past 5 issues by Batman, and And it's like, yeah, well, you'll have a lot of time to think about it, Penguin. Ha 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 ha, as they walk off laughing at him. But then we see that he had another one of those little microcontrollers underneath his bench in Blackgate, and sitting outside the prison seems to be a like robot that he made specifically with the purpose of breaking him out, because it has like a bandsaw on one of its arms. So get to the end, and that's it. I very much enjoyed this comic. Like, just this whole series has been fantastic. I can't believe that this isn't one that like people laud a lot more. Like, I know it's Penguin and it's not the biggest character in Batman's Rogues Gallery, but it's such a interesting look at it, of giving him just this horribly tragic backstory, but you also know he's irredeemable. Like, there's no way he's coming out of this as the good guy. You know he does these bad things, but it's interesting to see the reasons he does this bad thing. Like, there are no saints in this story, except Cassandra, and look what happened to her. So, yeah, no, I cannot recommend this anymore. The art is always fantastic, especially the looks on Penguin's face whenever like he's caught off guard. Like, you feel that. You see that in him. It's always fantastic. Top marks to both the artist and the writer. I'm going to go ahead and give this one a 9, just because maybe the issue itself doesn't deserve it, being mostly an extended fight scene. I think I probably should have rated like the flashback issue of Penguin's life probably a little bit higher, but the 9 represents the series overall, and this capping it off, I definitely would suggest checking it out if you have not.